Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be comparing the two versions of Snapchat that are currently live with our phones. The first one being obviously the Apple operating systems version and the second one being the Android operating version. So today we're going to compare the two Snapchat. It's not a hostile video, I'm not trying to say what's better, I'm just trying to show you guys what is different between the versions, because people in the comment section, you may know I use the Apple iPhone version, some of you prefer the Samsung Android version, so I'm going to have a look at this and see what the differences are today. So I hope you enjoy this video, and there is a little secret about Snapchat Alpha at the end. So let's get straight into this video. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Snapthis channel. If you're new around here, we make Snapchat themed videos to help you guys out in the Snapchat community. Today's video of course is comparing the two versions of Snapchat, like I said in the introduction. Now the Samsung phone that I will be using today is sort of a mid-tier one, so it's not the entry level Samsung. We don't expect it to be the high end. So the comparison between the devices, obviously the XS is the top of the range. The phone I'm using today isn't, so it's not going to be a comparison between the devices. Now before we kick off with the main content, I'd firstly like to say hello to the comments section and offer you guys a little bit of a challenge. Now usually I wear a Snapthis t-shirt which says obviously the channel's name on. I've currently lost my white one, I only have the black designs at the moment, so what I'm asking is if anyone would like to design a new Snapthis t-shirt, whether that just be in text or something that's happened that I've done maybe on the channel, like the Snapthis drone crashing. If you want to do a design like that, please let me know, and if there is obviously a good design out there, I will print it onto a t-shirt and wear it in future videos. And the final thing I'd like to thank you guys for is the answers in the poll section on my community tab of the channel. I've been asking loads of Snapchat themed questions like what's your favourite feature, what sort of update you got, and that dreaded question of do you think I should do some Instagram videos, and the response said it all. It was about 50-50, so I'm not going to do any Instagram videos because I don't want to lose any fans, because obviously you love the Snapchat app, hence why you're subscribed to the channel. So we're not going to do that, but that doesn't mean in the future I'm not. So thank you very much for participating in those polls because the results are really good to read. Anyway guys, let's get into the main content of this video and cue one of my retro transitions. Here we have it, the first live action Snapthis video. Usually when I make my videos I do screen recordings and then pop them over the top of my video. But today we have some live actors. We have the iPhone XS and we have the Samsung J3. Now I do apologise if the audio sounds a slight different to what it was earlier on. It's because the microphone is now pointing up to the sky instead of my mouth. So if it sounds a bit weird or I'm a bit far away, I will try and edit it so it sounds normal. Now of course these are the login screens for Snapchat. It is a slight difference between the Apple and the Android version. I did check before doing this video that the iPhone 6, which is one of the smaller iPhones, has the same design as the XS, and it does, just on a shorter scale. But as you can see, the Android one over here is a slightly different design. I'm just going to press login and see if we have the same similar login screen, and we do. So you can see, if I can just adjust this a little bit, that we do have the same login screen here. Previously, like we're talking 2 years ago, there used to be like a selfie camera overlay in the background, but that seems to have disappeared since now. So let's get logged in and see the differences between the two devices. So now all logged into Snapchat. Of course today we're not going to be looking at the video quality between the two devices because there is an age gap between these devices and it just wouldn't be fair. So we're actually going to rotate these cameras because we don't actually need them on. And as you can see, I logged into the app and it's come to the camera screen that of course Snapchat defaults to. Now I'm just going to have a quick look around and just show you that it is rather similar. Swiping over to the right hand side will give you the chat screen. So as you can see, there is no difference currently apart from the beveled design that the iPhone XS has, but again that is a feature of the phone, not of the app. But of course we do have the names and the bitmojis, and you can see the same icons when someone sends you a video, which it looks like Team Snapchat. I've not opened it on these test accounts because I don't use these very often, but the icons are exactly the same. Swiping over left again is obviously the main camera on this phone, and then we come over to the Discover panel, and the same with the Samsung version, or the Android version, whatever you want to call this, it's the same. Just going to hide these quick ads because we don't need those, it's not relevant to this video. Of course these accounts don't get used, so I'm not going to compare the features. I have used the Snapchat on the right hand side more than I have used the left, hence why there are subscriptions. So this bit here is actually not relevant, so I'm just going to swipe that up. But as we're talking about the Discover page, the For You, as much as the content is different, the style is the same. So just because different accounts look at different things, that's what the algorithm pulls through. But if I push and hold on to them, I'm just going to have a quick look to see if they are identical in terms of when you share them. Oh, that's a show. That's not what I was after. But if we just go to this one, as you can see, they are similar. This is a content creator on the left though, hence why it's asking, oh, do you want to follow these guys too? But as you can see, the menus are the same style. So the Discover and the Send screen, or the chat screen if you want to call it that, are identical. So currently, I mean, yours might look slightly different as these are two versions, or at least one or two versions of Snapchat. I've seen comments in other videos saying that they don't have the boomerang feature yet, which I'll come to, and that might be because you use a slightly different version. We're going to move back over to the main camera screen again, and we're just going to have a quick look at SnapMap. Now, bearing in mind, it's going to give my location away, so the video will slightly blur for a couple of seconds. Now, this is the difference between an iPhone and an Android in terms of how you access it. On an iPhone, you now pull down from the top, and as you can see, it says, "Welcome to SnapMap." On the Android versions, you still pinch your fingers together, and as you can see, it's brought me to the SnapMap. Now, I've never logged on before on the SnapMap on the iPhone, hence why it's saying, do I allow to see this feature? And of course, we're just going to allow these on. So here we go. As you can see, we have the SnapMap, and apart from the screens looking a little bit different, but again, that's the device, not SnapMap, it is the same. You've got the three same hour stories there in the major cities of America, and you still have the tap to view hour story. So if you tap, it will bring up a video. I didn't realise there was sound was going to come on there. But the SnapMap is the same. The features to share are the same. So if I go into the settings, I still get the same options to share with friends, set people, or don't share with someone else. And the travel feature, which shows you where your friends have been traveling or major events, is down the bottom by the shutter button of the app. So that there where it says Now where it says Supercross at the bottom, that is a story that is promoted by Snapchat. Coming out of here, you just press the back arrow at the top at the left of the screen. Now the biggest thing you're going to notice here is the layout of it, and it's probably again because of the device and the size that we have got to work with. But the iPhone has the icons like flash, rotate and night mode going down the right hand side, as on the Android device you've got them going across. So from left to right you've got the night mode, the flash and the rotate camera, which switches between the back and the front of the camera. Now the first thing I'd like to look at here is if the lens filters are exactly the same. If we've got the same filters, if we've got the same sort of features. Now I'm worried about this because I know that some of them are quite noisy. So I'm going to tap onto this and just get it off the noisy filters. There we go. And same with the iPhone. Now, by the looks of it, we've both got Snapchat games. So on the left-hand side of the shutter button, shall we say, we've got the Snapchat games, and they look identical, so Android users and iPhone users can use the same games. Then, of course, you've got the face filters that are to the right-hand side, and down below that, you've got the community lenses as well. So just at the bottom where you can see the two faces, that's where you can find community lenses that people in the Snapchat community have made. Now, recently, I did a video on custom lenses and filters, which is where you can pay Snapchat to make your own lenses or filters for your own occasion, whatever the duration, wherever the place. Now, to find this, you literally swipe all the way to the right-hand side, and you get to a plus section, and as you can see, I'm now in the create your own lenses section. Question is, and I don't use Android very often, do you guys have the same similar? No, so you guys don't actually have that, but I will go into the settings later on and just see if you do have that shortcut to creating your own lenses. Now, recently I asked you guys what was your favourite feature of 2018 on one of my community polls, and the answer was the hands-free mode. So what I'm going to do now is just see if hands-free mode is still part of the app, and it is on the iPhone. Let's have a look on the Samsung devices, and of course it is. So perfect. The feature seems to be equal across both devices, so you all have the hands-free video. And if you don't know what that does, is I've just pressed record, I've moved my finger over to the left of the screen, and it then locks the record button, so now I no longer have to hold it, and wherever I point the camera, it will automatically film until I press this stop button. So what I wanted to know here is, have you got the same features? And by the looks of it, Android seemed to be missing one, and at a glance it is the crop and trim tool. So it goes from top to bottom. We've got text, we've got drawing, we've got stickers, we've got make your own stickers, so you can take a picture of your best mate and then draw a line around it and he becomes a sticker. You've got the paperclip, which is the link, so if I wanted to link this YouTube video to a snap, I could by using that. But this feature here, which seems to be only on the iPhone, It's not going to be a very good example here, but the iPhone seems to be showing it off pretty well. You can pinch and zoom your photos and videos just by moving it around or rotating it to make it fit better. So if you had a video that was a bit too small because you filmed it and you weren't too close, you could zoom it in. The final bit of comparison I'd like to do between the two versions of the app is just see if Snap Reply exists in both versions. Now, if you've not watched my video on Snap Reply, what it is someone can send you a snap and you can return that snap with their original snap on top of it. So it's a bit like a sticker, but you can slap bang it on the snap to make sure that they know exactly what you're responding to, because if you leave it for a long duration of time, most people forget what you originally sent them. So to test this feature, I've sent 2 snaps to the individual phones. Obviously the iPhone sent one to the Samsung and Samsung sent one to the iPhone. We're not judging camera quality here, I just want to find out if the Snap Reply feature is there. And the way you do that is you tap onto a snap and down the bottom left of the screen, you'll see a Snap Reply button. Sometimes it looks a little bit different depending on the device, but I'm going to tap onto this and you'll see the original snap has now appeared on the screen. And I've just seen myself in the camera. I look fantastic. Now we're going to have a look on the Android device and see if it is there. And as you can see on this current Android device, it is not. There is nothing down the bottom left to show that there is a Snap Reply feature. Now, some final little tweaks that I just want to check are there. It's just the consistency between the profile screens in the live system. So if I push and hold onto my Bitmoji here, and same with the contestant Snapchat over here, you can see that these are the same profile screens. There is an extra menu, but that is just because I've added this one as a friend and you can request location to friends. But that is the same design, the options are the same. Same here with your physical profile screen for yourself. You can see that we have the Bitmoji section, the trophies, the share options, the add friends, and the protective and sync sides. Your stories are here the same. You can still access the 3 types of stories, private, custom, and geo from these. So these screens are still identical. Now this next bit isn't no trick. It is actually something inside the app in January 2019. So if you're watching well in the future and it's not there, it's probably because it's gone out of date. Now it's to do with SnapMap, and literally, like I said before, pinch your fingers. And this is obviously all going to be blurred because there's my house on the map. Not pretty much my house, but that's where I live. If you go to the search feature, this is the quickest way to it, and all you've got to search for is the Bermuda, which, if you don't know, is where planes usually go missing. Not exactly there, but not too far away. And it helps if you can spell it. And there it is. So I'm going to click on Bermuda, which is a place just off the coast of America. And when I tap onto this, you shall see there's the Bermuda Island, and there's a funny looking ghost inside the sea. Look, if I zoom in a little bit, oh, it just gets smaller. That's great. But there is a Snapchat smack bang in the middle of the ocean of the Bermuda Island. And when I tap this, it does say, you found Snapchat Alpha. I do apologise, Snapchat, if you're trying to keep this a secret. But there is the Snapchat Alpha. And what this is it's additional features for Android devices to try out. So they are like the new profile screens. There are features missing though, so the disclaimer on screen is actually saying, if you agree to come here onto our Snapchat Alpha, don't expect the normal Snapchat experience. So we are going to continue this, and it's now going to update the Snapchat app to the new Alpha version. And as you can see, the Snapchat app has now just rebooted into the new Snapchat Alpha version. Now I'm just going to swipe away because we don't need to see the camera on this. There's not many effects in the camera to do with this alpha. It's all to do with this new profile screen. And if any of you have been watching the channel like last year, you would noticed in November I did a video on the sneak peek, because I found on the Snap Inc website that they were going to do this, but they never released any information. Me and someone in the comment section below who goes by the name of Squishy didn't attack Snapchat, but we were asking them these questions to try and find out when is everybody getting it, because half of the users have it, half of them don't. Now, I don't know if the users in the comment section below are using the alpha, but some of you do, and maybe some iPhones are using it as well. You can't actually get the Snapchat Alpha on the iPhone, so if you are an Apple user, I do apologise, I'm equally as sad. But the big feature, like I just said, is this profile screen. Now please be prepared for this amazing new profile screen. Now please leave your comments below what you think of this, and I don't mind if it's a bit negative because people don't like change. Now firstly, I'm going to show you a friends screen, which is actually going to be my profile from someone else's app. So if I tap onto my name, or the Bitmoji for it, you can see that this is the new profile screen. And it's got the same information like I said in my sneak peek video. I wasn't too far off it. If you want to remove a friend, you can literally just tap that blue icon near the right hand side of the screen and it will just remove me as a friend. You've got my Bitmoji in the center of the screen, which shows you that that's me. Bitmojis are cartoons that you make of yourself. We've got my name that I identify by on Snapchat, which is just Kyle. We've got my username, which is Kyle_lightning. And we also have my snap score, which is still 47,000. You've got the snap map section, which allows you to send your location to them. So in this case, if this was your phone and you tap that, I would be able to see your location. And of course, you can request it. So if you want to know where I live and where I make the videos, I'm not going to give you access to that, but you would press that request button and it would then send me a message which I can accept or reject. So that's a friends screen. They are planning to put more on there, and if you watch my 2019 prediction video, I really want this to be like the centre of your friendship on Snapchat, because these are called friendship screens. I just call them the profiles, because that's what they are. Now I'm just going to show you your profile in comparison to what mine would have been. And again, you tap the Bitmoji for yourself at the top left here, and you get a similar looking screen. There's a lot of white in comparison to what used to be a lot of black. Don't know, it's preference. Some people prefer light screens, some people prefer dark. I've not really spent enough time with this yet to give you an opinion. Now, unlike the other screen, you've got your snap code with your Bitmoji in it. You've also got your username, your name, your score. Now you may notice that trophies aren't here, and I haven't successfully found it on the alpha yet. So don't expect it to not be there, but I've not found it yet. But remember, Snapchat said that it's not going to be the full Snapchat experience on alpha, but they'll probably put it back in. If not, that's a bit worrying for me, because my biggest video on the channel is to do with trophies, and if they get rid of those, well, so does your bragging rights. You've also got the story section, which it seems to be normal. You've got your Bitmoji settings, you've got your snap map, and you've got my friends, which takes you through to all your friends. So pretty much a contact screen. And that's pretty much everything that is in the new alpha. Now, I've not gone through every single feature that they've implemented. I've not really had enough time. But what I wanted to show you was firstly a comparison between the Android and Apple, and then finally show you this profile screen in live action, which it is not a false video. It is something that is on the alpha right now that you can try yourselves, Android users. Now, please use the comment section below. Use and abuse it, whatever you want to do with it. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching Snapthis today. I hope you enjoyed that comparison video and the big reveal of the alpha, which of course can be found in the Bermuda Island, so you Android users can make the most of those new profile screens. Let us know in the comment section below. Just remember though that that is a alpha version, which means not all the features are there. Like I said, like trophies, our story, they seem to be missing because they are testing it. So if of course you don't want it anymore, log out of your Snapchat and you'll get the old design back. I'd also like to give a shout out to the Vlog Spectacles channel. This is a channel that's trying to dedicate their videos to vlogging with the spectacles, which are these sunglasses here. I've tried it out myself. It's not easy, so fair play to you, and thank you for commenting on the video. And of course, if you're new around here, you can subscribe to the channel, and if you've enjoyed today's video, then leave us a like. Like I said in the video, let us know in the comment section below what you think of Snapchat, or if you've got any Snapchat themed questions. And of course, we'll see you guys in the next video.